Okay, okay. Thank you.
ओके, ओशन इंटरनेशनल साइकोलॉजिकल एसोसिएशन की तरफ से फ्री डिप्लोमा इन स्पोर्ट्स एंड एक्सरसाइज साइकोलॉजी 3D मींस डिसेबिलिटी डिसीज एंड डिसऑर्डर में आप सबका मैं कमलेश पिसालकर स्वागत करता हूँ। आज के हमारे सत्र में विहंगना जोगनेकर मैडम, जिनको लगभग 40 साल का एक्सपीरियंस है इस क्षेत्र में, ज़्यादा समय न लेते हुए आज का टॉपिक है द इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ मेंटल हेल्थ इन स्पोर्ट्स। तो हम सीधे विहंगना मैडम की तरफ चलते हैं। तो शुरू करते हैं मैम।
हाँ हाँ।
लाइव यही सत्र आपको यूट्यूब चैनल ब्रेन ट्रेनिंग OIPA पे भी रिकॉर्ड सेशन मिल जाएगा, अभी लाइव भी है। तो शुरू करते हैं विहंगना मैडम की तरफ से।
Yeah.
ओके।
Prutha, where is Prutha?
हाँ मैम।
हाँ, if I want to share a video on YouTube, so I should
हाँ,
open the video on YouTube when I'm using Zoom.
You are
you
using
can
only Zoom.
share, you can use YouTube on that. You just have to share your screen.
Okay. मी व्हिडिओ जर स्टार्ट केला तर तो इट विल प्ले ऑटोमॅटिकली ऑन द स्क्रीन.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
yes.
just have to share your screen. That's it.
Okay, okay. I may need your help in between, so
All right.
please guide me.
Okay.
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 Okay, coming here to the topic, the importance of mental health in sports.
करना।
So, mental
You are
health को आज सभी क्षेत्रों में importance है. Like CBSE schools are appointing mental health counselors. Hospitals are appointing counselors. There are many practicing counselors. There are career counselors. But when it comes to sports, this field of sports is somewhere neglected, and there is a certain lacuna of sports psychologist in the area of sports. So I thought, why shouldn't I speak about the topic of mental health in sports? Because whatever happens on the field, whatever happens with a table tennis player or a badminton player, or whether it is an athlete or a swimmer, mental health is equally important as is the physical health. So mental health includes our emotional, psychological, and social welfare being. It affects how we think, feel, and act. If an athlete is feeling high spirited when he is on the field, definitely he will do a good job. And when there are team sports like hockey, cricket, or football, the bonding of the players with each other is very important. What we think about the other person and what we think about our team as a whole, and on the field, when cricketers are playing or they are playing on some foreign land, the players also undergo some kind of pressure of performing, because they are representing their country, they are representing their state, they are representing the school. If we talk at the micro level from school also, when there is a match held between two schools or two cities, definitely every player has some kind of emotional, psychological conflict with him. And I definitely believe that every team and every sports person somewhere needs positive motivation, someone to share his feelings with. There might be a sports child who is undergoing some trauma, and because of that trauma, he cannot perform well in the match. So, don't you all think that an appointment of a psychologist is important for sports industry? And the psychologists can help you because they are trained in various therapies, identifying the problems of people and motivating the players for enhancing their efficiency. I would like to share a video So Pruta, shall I directly go to YouTube now?
You can just share your screen first.
First, I have to open the video, no?
Okay, you can open the video first, but it will not be shared first. So what I suggest is that is the link open on YouTube?
Link, I have just kept it, matlab, I can type it and it will come.
Okay, you type it out first.
Okay. So I'm minimizing the screen.
Now just do share screen.
It is.
Is it working for you?
Yeah,
No.
yeah. Now I have to do share screen. The video has opened. Pruta,
बस इतना ही है ना, कोई बचा छुपा हुआ तो नहीं है। छुपाए तो गुनाह आ जाते हैं, ये माशाल्लाह सब हमारी जायज औलादे हैं। अगर अगले साल तुम शुमार
We can't see the video.
हमें आपको मिलेंगे।
I press the button share.
हा ते शेअर केल्यानंतर तुम्हाला ते दिसलं का की एक असा डायलॉग बॉक्स ओपन होतो, कुठला टॅब यू हॅव टू सिलेक्ट.
Copy
युट्यूब वाला टॅब सिलेक्ट कर.
Can I copy it?
जिंदगी का सवाल है अपू, डॉक्टर ने बोला है
No, you can't copy it. You just have to share your screen. त्याच्यामध्ये डायलॉग बॉक्स एक ओपन होईल आहे, त्याच्यामध्ये सिलेक्ट द युट्यूब विंडो.
लड़की ने मां
Okay.
से अपनी मां
Are you able to see?
No, we can just see your PPT.
But the video is on. So what shall I do now?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Share your screen. Then there will be a dialog box that opens. Select the YouTube window.
Okay. I can pause this video.
Pause it.
How can I zoom my screen? That's what I'm not getting.
Zoom your screen. For what?
My screen is coming just like a dialog box.
Yeah, so out of that dialog box, you have to select the YouTube window.
I am able to see myself. Then I am able to see Kamlesh Pisalkar, Prutha's iPhone, and Kailash Asarkate. It is coming in a rectangular form.
So select. Is there a YouTube window open
YouTube
in that
window is open.
dialog box?
No.
Then probably you're doing it wrong.
Okay, I have come again to my setup. And
Let's do one thing. Let's continue with the session. We'll figure out the video later, if that's fine.
okay.
Maybe you can just share the link with everyone.
Okay. Are you able to see my PPT?
Yes.
PPT is clear. That video was basically, I went through the video. It was about Shah Rukh Khan motivating the team members in Chak De India. You all can recall the Chak De India film where girls cricket person are participating in ladies world cricket team. And as it is a cricket team led by girls. People are underestimating that what are the women going to do, how are they going to perform, and Shah Rukh Khan is chosen as the motivator behind the to motivate the team. First of all, there is no coordination in the team members, and later on, Shah Rukh Khan takes the team to a mental high, to a physical high, that there happens a bonding amongst each other, and then they win the final match. And this is how Shah Rukh Khan plays a role of a sports counselor or a psychologist indirectly, and the team comes as a success. So basically, what is sports? It involves physical exertion and a skill in which an individual or team competes against another or others. It is also a human activity capable of achieving a result requiring physical exertion or physical skill, which by its nature and organization is competitive and is generally accepted as being a sport. You all know that we give so much importance to cricket, and the winning of our Indian cricket team is seen as the status of winning of the country. So all the team members, they look towards it as a competitively. Today, many people, many young people are taking sports as their career. I would like to give example of Alfia Khan Pathan from Paloti, St. Vincent Paloti School. She has participated in Commonwealth Olympics, in World Olympics, and she has secured bronze and gold. But when I interacted with Alfia, she is like, there are ups and downs in a sports person's life also. And the bias is that a sports person is always mentally and physically strong. But I would like to intervene here that any person who is playing sports, may it be Tendulkar, may it be Kapil Dev or Sunil Gavaskar, first and foremost, he is a human being. And I would like to connect this with Manathi Shlok. There is no individual in this world who is happy. Everybody will feel that I am lesser to the other person in some way. मराठी श्लोक मी म्हणून दाखवते. जगी सर्व सुखी असा कोण आहे, विचारे मना तुझं शोधून पाहे. Like sometimes these sports person set their goals very, very high. And sometimes it happens that it may be sheer luck, or it may be some emotional, psychological, or mental factor that leads to the downfall of a team or downfall of a player's life. So it doesn't mean that life has stopped. Sometimes the sports person thinks that my victory is my life. If the self-talk of a sports person is like this, definitely he is going to get fed up if he doesn't win. It is going to lead him to anxiety, depression, if the thought process of a team or a sports person is like this. And there is where a psychologist can intervene. He can use various therapies like REBT, Rogers therapy, in changing the thought process of the sport person. क्योंकि जान है तो जहान है. Then coming to meaning of sports psychology, like I congratulate Vihanga Joglekar that he has started this free diploma in sports psychology. And now all over the world, sports psychology is also considered to be an important branch of psychology. Sports psychology is the science in which the principle of psychology are applied in sports or exercise setting. These principles are often applied to enhance performance. Like if we take the example of the Yuddha of Mahabharata, the war is also a sport activity. It is an adventurous activity. And Arjuna was like not able to face his own relatives on the battlefield. And there where the role of Sri Krishna comes. And the best Indian counselor is Lord Sri Krishna, who motivates Arjuna to fight his battle. So there are psychological, emotional factors on sports and exercise performance. Sometimes if the athletes practice more than needed, they won't be able to save their energy for facing the final match. This is where also a psychologist or a sports counselor can intervene. He can actually there are physiotherapists. Similarly, there are dietetics and nutrients expert who have the diet plan of the sports person. Similarly, there should be a sports psychologist who understand each and every sports person of his team. And somewhere, sometimes there may be some personal grievances, or there may be grievances in the team which can be helped out or sorted out by another person. He can uplift the mood of the team. He can uplift the mood of the persons participating. And I think this is very important, because we cannot separate physical health from mental health. And sports psychology is equally important as we give importance to clinical psychology, industrial psychology. Like, why are psychologists applied in industry? To understand the problems of the employees, to deal with the stress that comes while working in the corporate world, while working in the IT industry. So first of all, we have to accept that even a sports person is a human being. And nowadays, many sports persons have come and they are openly talking about their depressions. They are openly talking about their setbacks in life. So the first objective when a sports psychologist is appointed by any team, his first objective is to understand the psychological factors and individual's physical performance. Like we say, psychology is the science of individual differences. So different psychological factors are affecting a different person. When we talk of Indian cricket team or Indian hockey team as a whole, people or performers are coming from different places in the country. It may be from Tamil Nadu, Assam, from Northeast, Maharashtra. So a sports psychologist should be well adept with the cultural background of the person, with the how the person thinks, and what role the culture and his family background is playing when he is effectively performing on the field. And if a counselor becomes successful in understanding one individual or each and every individual in the team, in a way, a school counselor understands all the factors connected with the child. Because a sports person is also a person who is coming from a family. There may be some family matters which can affect his performance on the field. Or there can be some, in a cricket team, like some players may dominate the other people. There are events of match fixing and corruption. All these factors also affect the performance of a sports person in the field. We all know that sports benefits our mental health. A morning walk or a jogging or a round of swimming in the morning makes you feel more happier, makes you feel more aroused. Sometimes it may happen that players get so much tired, or something happens which is against their principles, and they are emotionally affected, and sometimes they say that I will not participate. So at that time, when they can speak to a counselor about what has affected them, the counselor can make them feel less stressed out, and they can again make a positive comeback that will strengthen the game. Sports has a positive effect on the mental health of an individual. This is also an important point I want to mention about sports. It can calm your mind, it can strengthen your muscles, it can improve your overall well-being. And like what you can participate in any of the activities, but everything will bring positive effect in your mind also, because brain and body are interconnected through hundreds of neurons. So any positive activity in your body is going to create positive impulse in your life and on your brain. Similarly, if the mind gets positive thoughts from all the side, from all the universe and from all the people, and if a sports psychologist is able to create a motivation that whenever the player faces problem, he has that energy in himself, he has that battery recharge in himself, that he can self motivate himself, then nothing like that. So sometimes training sessions are also held for cricket team, hockey teams. Stress management sessions are held for these people. And sometimes individual and personal guidance is also given according to the problems that trigger in their specific sport. Like we believe that anything that is success is 10% physical prowess and 90% it is mental strength. Like we can, like I have read many blogs where like Sachin Tendulkar has also admitted that after scoring centuries and after losing sometimes, there are periods where the sports person also feel loneliness. They feel vacuum in their life. And some of the sports person, when they had some problem and when they were at the peak, they could have won medals. They had a come out from the process for 1 or 2 years because they thought that it is very important to give priority to one's mental health than winning the medals and getting popularity. You see the sports person like PV Sindhu, Sania Mirza, they are always in limelight. Kapil Dev, but there is a pressure of this fame and limelight and what my countrymen will think for me in their brain. So being a sports person, I think requires 90% mental strength and 10% physical prowess. If your mind is very, very strong, then only a sports person who is performing at national level or at any level can endure the pressures that that may affect his performance and that may affect his mental performance. So the pressure is the defining factor in mental health in sports. Then coming to the, I wanted to play that song for you. माँ के पेट से मरघट तक है तेरी कहानी, पत पत प्यारे दंगल दंगल. Like where it has been shown that Amir Khan is training the two girls from a village and he is totally involved in them. And he is not only a father, he is a mentor who motivates the girls to grow up. First of all, the problems the girls face is no girl from the village has ever been in sports, has ever won national sports, and no girl from village has ever went shots and got so much success in sports. But when the girls start getting success in their field, then every villager appreciates, even the mother appreciates. So this is how the Amir Khan's role has been shown as a mentor, as a counselor, as a motivator for the girls. And when a time comes, the mental status of the girl gets disturbed. She gets more distracted by other things, by her friends, and then the losing starts. Then a point comes where she realizes that my father was right and I was wrong. Then, like Amir Khan acts as a counselor and he becomes more of a counselor than a father and a friend, and effectively the girl wins again the gold medal. The most important thing for an athlete, for a cricketer, for a badminton player is intrinsic motivation, that like it comes from within, it comes from your thoughts. If athletes do half an hour of meditation or yoga, they develop self-awareness towards individual responses. I have read in many books, like those people who started practicing sports, their reflexes increased, their aging stopped, and they are better able to deal with stress. And when any national player becomes more aware of his weaknesses and his mental strengths and how to execute them at a particular point, he can deal with the pressure in a more positive way. So mental performance competencies, this shows us that the most important thing in a player's life, or in an individual's life, or in a student's life, or any human being's life, is self-awareness. That what type of a person I am, how much stress I can cope with, how much alertness I have. This comes when it is related to individual games, and how much arousal is needed for performing well in the game. Then second fundamental thing, he needs motivation, he needs confidence. When the confidence falls back, he again needs motivation. Like we all have a habit to shy away our depression and anxieties, and we like put a mask on our faces when it comes to talking about issues like mental health. It is a stigma in India also, and it is a stigma in sports mental health also. A sportsman is supposed to be fit. How can a sports person get depression? How can a sports person be anxious? Like sometimes we hear people talking like this. Like there may be a problem where the sports person is feeling neglected by the other team members. There needs to be an intervention, and a counselor has to sort out the issues between the members, as there may be issues in the family members. Like family counseling is needed. In the same way, I believe that team counseling is also needed for the player to come back to resilience, to come back to a state of calm and composed state where he can just concentrate on his game. So I have, like, these are the interpersonal things that I mentioned, that there should be great teamwork, there should be a lot of communication, the athlete coach relationship should be very good. Then only, like, again coming to the example of Dangal, coach is teaching those two those two girls, and he is behaving in a very noisy way, and the girls are taking support from their father. And you have seen like how these types of sports coaches or sports person, when they don't know how to deal with their own emotions, how can they guide the team members? How can they guide the players? So a sports person's personal mental health is also equally important. When the mind is in a good state, it is better equipped for making good decisions, because a sports person or a long tennis player or a badminton player has to take quick decisions. If the mind is in a poor state, if there has been a quarrel, or he has been abused by somebody, the game may become slow and sluggish. And this poor state of mind can include a lack of support from teammates, coaches, and parents. Sometimes the issues may be biological also, because of some chemical imbalance. The person may face problem. this is what a foreign sports person has said. It is far more important to expend energy on self-care and getting healthy than expending that same energy on trying to fake it. It is better that sport person acknowledge their problems, acknowledge that they are human beings, they are not gods. People may treat them as idols, that Sachin Tendulkar is an idol. Even like sports, even if when it comes to films, we treat those who we see on the screen, those who perform on the field as great icons. But please, somebody is talking and there is an interference. Please mute your mic. I agree with the sports person that it is like we should give highest importance on our mental health, on our self-care, because if we are able to keep ourselves happy and ourselves mentally healthy, then only a player can keep his family, his teammates healthy, and then only we can think of success, because success comes with a healthy and strong and positive mind, not with something that you are being someone, you are not being yourself. That you should we should accept it positively, that yeah, because of some things in my life as a sports person also, I felt anxious, I felt depressed. Sometimes there are rumors which affect the sports person mind, and this slide shows that the sports person should be focused. A distracted mind cannot concentrate on victory. Sometimes we may think hear from one ear and we should leave from the other ear. If this mind is affected, it can effectively lead to the person's downfall and also affect his concentration on the game. Nowadays, Indian sports person are accepting that they have mental health issues. Even foreign athletes like American swimmer Michael Phelps and tennis legend Serena Williams, like they have accepted that there are anxiety issues, there are depression issues in their life, and these issues are more important than mere defeat, because these sports is just a part of your life, but your mental health is your life. Sometimes when they don't win, they feel miserable, and sometimes they feel like talking to somebody, and we should accept these players, they are also human beings. See, Virat Kohli and Sachin Tendulkar also mentioning about loneliness, bad patches, despite their stature as cricketing divinity, have to begin to normalize the conversations about mental health in sports. What are the sign of changes? The athletes can observe themselves. If a person is becoming irritable, if he is facing problems with low energy, if he doesn't feel like getting up in the morning, they can seek support from, if the team has appointed a sports psychologist for the team, or they can seek help from a outside counselor also. But appointing a team psychologist is important, because he can only understand the game and he can understand the thought process of the people who are playing the game. Sometimes it is seen that there is so much pressure on these people who are performing in different countries. Like it is like a pressure cooker. There is an aggressive environment when the players are in the room. We have seen this in Chak De India, where some girls are harassing the younger ones. Ragging also can affect the mental set of players. Then adding in the perfectionist mindset, Like some people, they don't get satisfied how well they may perform. So over ambitiousness, that it is okay to lose sometimes, is the correct method for accepting, it is a step towards positive mental health. Like healthy balance is more important. As you work your way up the level of competition, it turns the heat up on some of these factors. Like some of the factors become more pronounced, more than your mental health. And as a psychologist, I believe that mental health is more important. I go to a physiotherapist. She quoted a very beautiful example of a player, of a sports person, and he was in army. He lost his 2 legs, but he didn't lose his strength. That was his mental health. The government had already started giving him pension. He was having such a high sense of self-respect that he said, I don't want this pension. He went to like that occupational therapy and had the artificial limbs installed, and he again made a comeback in the game and in military. So this is an example of mind over matter. Mind is more stronger. And if mind is stronger, definitely the body will be stronger, because it is your mind, it is your brain, it is your central nervous system that sends messages to each and every part of your body. How do internal distractions arrive? Internal distractions can be a person's negative thoughts, emotions, over worry, anxiety, or over discussion of issues with players. These all can distract an athlete or a student also from giving his best performance. External distractions come from athlete's environment, and it may include noise, weather, and other player actions. When we see India and Pakistan performing, we have always seen like some foreign players are so dominating, they are abusing the other players. Some Indian players may take it positively, some may take it as a revenge, and some may feel down and their performance might be affected. So these are all the things I have mentioned earlier. Sometimes a bad playing surface can also affect health. Frustrated teammates, loudmouth opponents, rude and obnoxious fans. It is not a joke to perform before lakhs and lakhs of people and represent your country in a foreign land or an Indian land. Sometimes the pressure can come from a coach. Sometimes it can be the fan club who makes bad calls. Or sometimes the poor weather conditions can also affect the psychology. Like we ourselves, when we go to Nagpur's, experience Nagpur's heat, when I come back from my job, I feel exhausted mentally and physically. Then I need to rejuvenate myself rather than pouring my anger on my loved ones. So I think it is high time that sports counseling should also get its position in the psychology industry, because it helps in alleviating anxiety, increasing motivation, stress management, and mental toughness. It also helps with injury rehabilitation. Sports counselors help athletes achieve best potential. And a sports counselor teaches the athletes technique to overcome the mental and emotional hurdles. Sometimes it can be burnout. Sometimes it can be a career transition. Sometimes my father used to say, some people in cricket, they withdraw when they are at the peak of their success, leaving a game like which was an identity for a person and accepting a layman's life. This mental transition also involves a lot of issues related with anxiety and thought problems. This is also where a counselor can help. So the positive mental benefits of sports related to mental health are: it relieves stress, it relieves your distraction, it helps you to have better sleep, it helps you to have positive mood. If you are having good social connections with your teammates, you can have a feeling of oneness and well-being and achieve success. When a person gets injured, he उसका self esteem थोड़ा कम होता है. This is where a sports psychologist can help. अगर परफॉर्मेंस कम है तो उसको बढ़ा सकता है. सेल्फ अवेयरनेस या मेटाकॉग्निशन को बढ़ा सकता है. And he can even help the athlete to enjoy the game, because I believe enjoyment, having a sound mental health are more important than winning. And taking and accepting the loss is more important than victory. This is my mindset. Yeah, so here is a positive quotation at last from Michael Johnson. The mind is absolutely instrumental in achieving results, even for athletes. Sports psychology is a very small part, but it's extremely important. When you are winning and losing races by hundreds and even thousands of a second, like some sports person, they lose the race by 3 or 4 seconds. So how fast the mind might be working, and losing by 3 or 4 seconds is and they are losing the gold medal by 2 seconds or 3 seconds, and then take the defeat in their heart. So how to overcome that? And here Michael Johnson says that it's extremely important. Your mental health is more important than your winning or losing. One man practicing sportsmanship is far better than 50 preaching it. With this, I end my topic, and I'm thankful to Pisalkar sir for giving me this opportunity to explain the role of a sports psychologist in the field of sports. If you have any questions, you can ask.
Actually, no questions, but it was an amazing workshop.
I was just thinking Medha Muzamar ne join kiya hai nahi, because these are my mentors that keep me active. Medha, Prutha.
I joined the session because I see some of my PE teachers in my school that I work with. I see them struggle. I just spoke to one in the morning and he was very, very disappointed. And it's been less than a year that he's working in the school as a football coach. And he was talking to me today morning and he said that I'm very, very upset that the school is not letting us work however we want to, what we want to teach. And, I want to teach, I want to take up coaching, but school is not being supportive. So there are times like that the physical education teachers or maybe the sports people, they get discouraged by this. So I just wanted to be a part of this session. I wanted to understand this a little better. So thank you.
Thank you, Prutha. Thank you, Medha ma'am. Thank you, Pisalkar sir. I can leave the session.
Ma'am, you can just send us the link of that YouTube video that you wanted us to see. If you can share that link with everyone, it will be great.
It was just the songs from Dangal. It was a song from...
No, there was some video that you wanted to show, right? Before the songs, you wanted to show a video.
And like it was like the effect, in Marathi, there was a picture called Vijeta, where first time the state government appoints a mental coach, counselor for a team, and how wonderful the team gives results. And the idea behind showing that video was that if state government can appoint counselors why shouldn't Indian cricket team or central government teams should also appoint mental health professionals for dealing with day-to-day stress in a sportsman's life? I will send you the link.
Sure, just send it across so that I wanted to see that video.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Where is Vishaka, sir? Vote of thanks.
यस यस थैंक यू मैम, बहुत बढ़िया सेशन रहा। सही में स्कूल में इसकी ज़रूरत है, स्पोर्ट्स साइकोलॉजी, स्पोर्ट्स काउंसलर की। और सभी का थैंक यू अदा करता हूँ मैं, जितने भी पार्टिसिपेंट है। यही सेशन आपको लाइव पे भी मिल जाएगा, ब्रेन ट्रेनिंग OIPA यूट्यूब चैनल पे। तो सभी का थैंक यू, सभी का धन्यवाद। साथ में मैडम का भी बहुत ही बढ़िया तरह से प्रेजेंट किया, PPT किया, उसके लिए मैं दिल से उनका धन्यवाद करता हूँ। और फिर से हम मिलेंगे उनके साथ अगले सेशन में। अगर कुछ क्वेश्चन है आपका तो आप पूछ सकते हैं, या आप यूट्यूब चैनल पे भी कमेंट कर सकते हैं, तो हम उस तरह से नेक्स्ट सेशन रखेंगे। सभी का थैंक यू, सभी का धन्यवाद।